approaching target.
Ah, new recruit. Your timing is excellent. One of my experiments got slightly out of hand. Now my lab is lethally infested with a horde of mutant creatures. Ah, there it is now. Quick, let me show you my plan. By the way, I hope you can handle a parachute.
What the heck is... incoming!
By the way, look out for that... All the way safe! Don't forget the nose!
I say, quite an entrance. I believe you fared slightly better than the skylight. I rather prefer opening doors myself, but your approach does have a certain flair. Well then, you must be the new employee. Pity about the last one. You seem to go through employees faster than hankies at a head cold convention. And I should know. Ah, you're staring. You've never seen a talking nose before. Well, it's a long and interesting story. But let's not waste time. Here's the situation. Our institute was once a haven of scientific advancement, where Dr. Sulfur and other hybrid creatures could conduct research. That is, until the Elemutants came. They were one of Sulfur's experiments, a nasty new type of creature, half bush parakeet and half mutated apple. The good doctor thought he could make them into cuddly house pets, but these little pests are all rotten to the core. Oh, look, you simply have to stop the Elemutants. Just use what's left of the computer to locate where the problems are. Then go anywhere you want in the Institute. Fix the problems in the animals' lairs. Relabel the chemicals in the diner. And finish up a few experiments in the lab. With a bit of luck, the Sulfur Institute will once again be a spearhead of scientific progress. Or at least the elevators will start working again. Then perhaps Dr. Danger is my middle name, Sulfur, will make an appearance. It could happen. This rickety old chem cart and I go wherever you go, so you can always ask one of us for help. You can also click on the handy question mark on the chem cart and get some very useful information. And to get the update on what you've done or what still needs to be done, just click on the computer. All right now, let's not delay, or the Institute may be lost forever. My gosh, that sounds dramatic. Well, it's a pretty sad situation here in the diner. You see, the Elemutants have messed with the minds of all these creatures. They can remember everything except the names of their chemicals. They need you to help them. I think they're in trouble. Here's how it stands. You'll need to identify 4 unknowns to turn off the alarm for the diner. Once you have identified a chemical, it will show up on the shelves. Those down there in the front. Click on a character to get a question about a chemical. Then listen to the answer. After 6 questions, the menu board will display some possible names. Now, you can listen to up to 12 questions to make a choice, and you will have 2 chances at the board to get it right. Good luck! Everybody will be happier when things have been put right. Especially me. I can go home.
How do? Bob here. Basic, Bob. If it's basic, it belongs to me. Alkaline-type bases, that is. I've sized up this challenge, and it's pretty, well, basic. I hope you can meet it.
Have I ever seen it being used?
Well, have you ever seen anyone use smelling salts?
Well, where does it come from?
Mostly from coal refineries.
Does it have any nicknames?
Old-time chemists call it alkaline air. Young chemists just call it stinky.
Is it powerful?
A good whiff will knock you down.
Do I have any around the house?
You do, if you have an antique refrigerator. It was used as a cooling agent before 1940.
Phew, have I ever smelled it?
Check out your nearest wet diaper. I was all over this one, but ammonia just slipped by me.
Great job, great job! But don't get a big head about it. There are more chemicals to identify in order to turn off the alarm for the diner. Here is one now.
Ooh, I just get all tingly when I get near a salt. That's why Dr. Sulfur named me Saltina. Help me sort out this unknown salt.
What's so special about it?
It's so special that your body has assigned a set of taste buds especially for it. It adds a lot of flavor to food.
Is it dangerous?
Not really, unless you're a slug or an ice cube.
What does it look like?
Under a microscope, you'll see perfect little crystals.
Does it dissolve in water?
So easily that 1 gallon of water will dissolve almost 3 pounds of it.
Where can I find some?
Go to Kansas or Louisiana and dig down about 800 feet.
Have I ever touched any of it?
Oh, sure. Every time you swim in the ocean. Oh, sodium chloride. It should have been crystal clear to me.
Great job, great job! But don't get a big head about it. There are more chemicals to identify in order to turn off the alarm for the diner. Here is one now.
I am tar blob, and as you can see, I find big, juicy, organic molecules just irresistible. With a little help from you and my friends, we can identify this mystery chemical.
Where could I get some?
It's usually sold in paint stores.
Hey, can you tell me its formula?
It looks similar to the formula of a common base, but it's not one.
What would happen if I drank some?
You would go blind.
How is it made?
By heating wood in a metal container, it gets its nickname, wood alcohol, from this process.
What will happen if I mix it with water?
Not much. It's partially soluble in water and looks just like it.
Ooh, is it flammable?
Yes, and explosive too, under the right conditions. Of course it was methyl alcohol. Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees.
Great job, great job! But don't get a big head about it. There are more chemicals to identify in order to turn off the alarm for the diner. Here is one now.
Ay, ay, ay! Small molecules put a real zip in moleculitas tango. I won't sit still until we solve this molecular puzzle.
What's it look like?
Usually, as a gas, it's invisible. But when it's real cold, it looks like snow.
Is it safe to eat?
You better believe it. You swallow some with each gulp from a can of soda.
Is it dangerous?
It's one of the main causes of global warming. Other than that, it's pretty tame stuff.
Does anyone like this stuff?
Oh, yes. Plants just love it.
Hey, is this a cool chemical or what?
It's a gas. Well, most of the time it is, unless you're below minus 78 degrees Celsius. Then it's a solid. Oh, sure. It dissolves in water and makes a weak acid. Carbon dioxide! Of course! It was fizzing around in my head all the time!
Fantastic! You foiled the Elemutants and turned off the diner alarm in the office. I'm so happy I could sneeze, but I won't. Dr. Sulfur has worked an entire lifetime building up this lab, and just look at it. What a dump! The experiment descriptions on the white board seem to be intact, but you need to verify that the experiments work. You have the chem cart for all the equipment and chemicals. I know you can do it. At least I hope you can do it. Here is your task. Complete at least one experiment from each of the types listed on the white board. When you have completed an experiment, you'll see that it is checked off automatically. Complete 4 experiments, one from each type, to turn off the alarm for the lab. The tension is terrible. I hope it lasts. To pick an experiment, click on it on the white board. The back and menu areas on the board allow you to move through the instructions. Review the instructions or follow them step by step. You'll need to get equipment and chemicals from the chem cart. I will let you know when you've completed the experiment. Ha ha ha, such power. So, put on those goggles, lab coat, and get started. You got the inks right! Great job! Now let's try to put this experiment to work. Check out the Equipment and Tools section on the chem cart to find a message from Dr. Sulfur. Just slosh a little of that iron chloride on the page and let's see what the old man has to say. Could be fan mail from some flounders. Just slosh. Well, it's not Krakatoa, not even Vesuvius, but it's a pretty fine volcano nonetheless. Actually, volcanoes work on an entirely different principle, but this little lab volcano appears just the same, throwing off gases and sputtering pieces. I often do the same myself after dinner. Yes, a successful alloy. Well done. Now, find the mold on the chem cart. Pour the alloy into it to make a little memento of this successful forging. Pewter was all the rage back in colonial times. Lightweight, durable. Oh, but watch your lips if you put some hot coffee in your pewter mug. Lucky I don't have any lips. Wow! Master of Gas Explosions should be your title. With proper control, you could fly a rocket with that mixture. Or maybe even grill a steak. Come to think of it, I'm rather hungry. Congratulations! You are a true scientist. You've completed all 4 experiments. We're so happy for you. Hooray! If I had hands, I'd clap.
Oh my. Mind your head. Welcome, my friend. You have ventured into Basic Bob's basement, better known as the publishing division of the Institute. As the cat who represents all those base chemicals, you'd expect me to be working on experiments with stuff like soap and baking soda. But I was never very good with lab experiments, so Dr. Sulfur put me to work on creating the Institute's chemistry guidebook. I was just about to send my book to press when I found those stinky little Elemutants had ripped out half of the pages of the book and sealed them in strange chemical bubbles. Worse yet, they've kidnapped Saltina and put her on the rinse cycle. The poor thing. You know what happens when she gets wet? If I can't end this circus and rescue Saltina, Dr. Sulfur will make me work with that irritating sourpuss on alkaline acid experiments. Meow. I am far too sophisticated to do anything so aggressive as shooting my way out of a snarl. But you You look like you would excel at such an event. And you happen to be right there next to the controls of the sprayer. The sprayer is already loaded with a powerful substance capable of dissolving the Elemutants' bubbles. If you could just use the sprayer to capture the pages they've stolen, I would be forever grateful. You must shoot the right bubbles at the right time. If you do acquire 50 points on the scoreboard, the Elemutants will leave me in peace. When the game begins, the left page of the book will appear with a definition or description. As the bubbles fly by with the stolen pages, take aim at the page that you think is the right match for the definition and shoot. You'll receive 3 points for every right answer. Unfortunately, you'll lose 1 point for spraying the wrong answer. Keep your eye on the scoreboard to see how you're doing. When the light bulb in the rafters goes from green to yellow to flashing orange, your time is running out. You have 5 minutes total time. Try your best. I'll just stay here out of the way and keep score. Remember, Sultina and I are counting on you. Bravo! What aim! What intelligence! I could use you on my staff. Come back anytime.
Oh, finally! The permanent press cycle was a roller coaster, but I thought the heavy-duty cycle would kill me. At least I didn't dissolve. I can be very tough on drain pipe.
So you kids come out of those heating ducts. That's an order. I sense you are a benign visitor. Perhaps an assistant. Well, I could use a little help. You see, my offspring, along with their nanny, Non-Metallica, appeared to be trapped in this heating system, which shows serious signs of Elemutant damage. It is past mealtime. The little fellas are hungry, and they have no metal to eat. Even my most impressive threats will not make them dig their way out. Non-Metallica, of course, is no help. She couldn't recognize a metal if it fell on her. Well, it's all crystal clear now. There is only one way to save them. I must brave the treacherous caverns of the Institute to supply them with nourishment and then guide them home. And you will have to help me bring them food. Delicious metal snacks that conduct electricity and are often appetizingly magnetic. Together, you and I will find a route through the little-known underground chambers and rescue the little crunchers and Non-Metallica from starvation. Now, where was that hidden elevator switch? I know it was around here somewhere. All right, see those doors over there? Click on a door anytime to guide me to the metal. But first, I urge a little caution. You must use the tools and the spray bottles to figure out which passageway contains metal. There are 2 piles of material in each passageway. Use the multimeter to find out whether a sample is magnetic or conducts electricity. You can also put acid, base, or water on the piles using the spray bottles. But be careful! Once you've dissolved or destroyed a sample, you can't make other measurements on it. If you find a metal, we'll head downstairs. The 3 chambers down there may contain some pretty nasty stuff for a metal. But use your tools to decide on the safest passage, then choose a door to open. You can use the multimeter to detect magnetism or temperature, and the envirometer to sniff out acid from bases or wet from dry. The glowing splint can spy for oxygen. Help is available from the chem card. Just click on the question mark and then on what you want to know more about. And for Pete's sake, keep a watch on the signal light. When it blinks orange, you better make a choice. When it turns red, you missed your chance to choose. Don't let that happen. If you are successful, we will arrive at the hideout before my poor little crunchers faint from starvation. You have me in brief. Our fate is in your hands.
The electrical conductivity for that material is high. No magnetic field present in this chamber. The temperature in this chamber is 37 degrees Celsius.
A fine choice. You made me proud. Let's move on. A fine choice. You made me proud. Let's move on.
Well, it's about time. Do you know how long I've been trapped down here with these chatty little metal mouths?
We have overcome the obstacles. We have defeated the enemy. And my children are safe at last. I am officially happy. Oh, boy!
Hey, buddy, you don't happen to have a bit of neon on you, do you? I'm starving.
Hey there! Slide into Tar Blob's Grease and Go, the only synthetic, organic chemical shop on the planet. I'm in a smoldering heap of trouble, my friend. I am the Sulfur Institute's official supplier of carbon-based molecules, providing organic molecules to those in need. My molecules go forth into animals and plants, plastics, Texas crude, even chemical fertilizers and pesticides. And every molecule I make is 100% organic, carbon in every one. But right now, I'm slipping on my orders. My friend, an evil force has been among us. A bunch of smelly, rotten mutants are threatening to damage my reputation. In the old days, it was easy. I'd fill orders by harvesting ready-made molecules from my stock and pumping out a few million copies with the Clone-O-Matic over there. But the Elemutants have stolen all the molecules, so now I am forced to build all my molecules from scratch. But heck fire, I shouldn't have to do it. A slime blob of my caliber should not be slaving in the grease pit. But you, now you look like the kind of fiery-eyed pumpkinhead who's ready to learn a new skill. This is your chance to save this operation in its hour of need. If you can fill just one order on time, then those annoying little apple cores with an attitude will leave me alone. And I'll be back in business, and you'll be a hero. It is a cinch. Here's what happens. Customers come to that porthole up there, and they like to get their orders right away, You know my slogan, your slime on time or we'll refund your dime. Look through the amazing molecule blueprint book until you find the right pattern. Pull out some parts from the bins and start building. Anytime you want to attach two parts, just find the pink edges. That's where you can bond. Use the incredible pneumatic bonding gun on the edges of both molecules and zap, they'll stick together. Anytime you want to take something off or break a bond, find the pink bonds that can be broken. Then use that super duper air chisel and they will fall apart. If you have an atom or molecule that is going the wrong direction, you can use the wrench to rotate the molecules. Once you think you have the molecule complete, throw it in the old clone-o-matic and see what you get.
Hello? I need another container of cow exhaust for my latest symphonic creation.
Aha! Not bad. I mean, you actually got the order filled. I am impressed.
Yes! Fantastic! Just what I needed. Now, back to my my calliope! Oh, look what they've done! Those terrible Elemutants have jumbled up all my gases! You can help me! What do you know about gases? Well, actually, you don't have to know too much. You see, this calliope is like an organ, and it works on a very simple principle. Gases have mass and weight, which means some gases are lighter and more flighty than others. So, if I breathe a helium from a balloon,
My voice sounds like a cartoon character.
but a heavier gas like ozone makes things sound deeper and lower. Once I learned this amazing fact, I begged Dr. Sulfur to let me build this incredible gas-driven calliope, which is in real trouble now. But now that I have been visited by the Elemutants, my calliope is completely out of tune. I've captured the notes that my instrument should make on my tape recorder. All you have to do is retune the keys. You did say you wanted to help, didn't you? Yes, of course you want to help. So just retune the keys in the correct order by assigning the right gas knobs to the right keys. If you can fix the calliope, it will play a fantastic song for you, and we will have proved our artistic and chemical superiority to the Elemutants. So they will leave me alone and I can return to my songwriting. Now, let's tune this plumbing up. It's easy. Just click on my tape recorder and it will play the notes. Then, click on the green bar to see which keys need to be tuned. Select one of the keys and click a gas knob to try to match the note you heard from the tape recorder. Keep clicking on the knobs until you think you have the right note. Tune the other keys until you match all the notes on the tape. If you have trouble matching the sounds, you can always tune the keys by figuring out which gas is heavier or lighter. Press the green play key to hear how the calliope plays and to find out how you are doing. Click on the tape recorder to hear the tune again. I knew you could do it!
Hello, my merry little mariners! Oh, I suppose you're here to see my spectacular fish tank with my patented aquarium feeder. Dr. Sulfur made me the coordinator of indigestion and all other things acidic here at the Institute. And I, yes, I am conducting ongoing research into the digestive behavior of marine animals. Very important work. My Tetra-Whiz feeder guarantees that each feeding contains a perfect balance of chemicals, so each creature gets just the right amount of what they need. A careful mixture of ions for my elegant eel, some hard-to-chew insolubles for the distinctive-looking crab, the perfect acid-base combo for my splendid litmus plant, and just the right amount of solubles for my darling fish. See how the precious little animals and plant absorb the chemicals? Aren't they happy? Get away from my tank, you varmint! Oh no! That devious Elemutant! Look what it's done! Don't just sit there! Quick! Add some chemicals to fix the formula, or my creatures will die! I know if you can figure out which chemicals to add to the mixture to get it back in balance, those nasty little mutants will leave me alone for good! The indicator light will go from green to yellow to flashing orange as the situation gets more desperate. Once it turns to red, it's too late! Oh, and my creatures will be just a memory! Trust me, you can rise to the occasion. Look at the feeder and figure out which valve has been turned by the Elemutant. Click on the feed button to see how the changes affect the balance of the fish tank. Be careful and watch for color changes in the animals. When they change color, they are in danger of dying. Oh, those poor things. Now, figure out which types of chemicals the animals need. Look below the fish tank to find the bottles containing the right chemicals and add those to the feeder. You can use the question mark to get more information about the chemicals, the fish tank, and other objects in the scene. Or you can pick the nose if you need more help. Press the feed button when you think you have the right chemical combination and see what happens. If things don't look like they are getting any better, try another combination of chemicals. Under my brilliant and careful guidance, you have saved my precious creatures and my brilliant experiment. The good Dr. Sulfur will be thrilled. I know I am.
Splendid, splendid! Good job! I'll send out the Sulfur Wonder Rope and we'll pull you out! Oh dear! We're having a bit of the technical difficulty! Look, I can't seem to steer this thing! Why don't you do a bit more cleanup around the Institute and I'll be back as soon as I can fix this contraption! Shouldn't be more than a few weeks! Ta-ta!